On this episode of Jeffito's movie vlog, I review the new film Hereditary. Is it the best horror film in years? Does it live up to the hype coming out of all the film festivals and all the early reviews? I'll let you know my thoughts coming up. Welcome back to Jeffito's movie vlog. I'm Jeff Malicki, and on this channel I bring you movie news, movie reviews, trailer reaction videos, box office predictions, and so much more. If you love movies as much as I do, hit that subscribe button and then click the little bell notification icon so that you don't miss anything. When Ellen passes away, her daughter's family begins to unravel cryptic and increasingly terrifying secrets about their ancestry. The more they discover, the more they find themselves trying to outrun the sinister fate they seem to have inherited. Hereditary stars Toni Collette, Wolff, Shapiro, Ann Dowd, and Gabrielle Byrne. It is rated R for horror violence, disturbing images, language, drug use, and brief graphic nudity. Hereditary is a new film by A24, and it deals with a family played by Toni Collette, Gabrielle Byrne, Wolff, and Shapiro, and the constant tragedy that happens to them. I went into this film wanting to absolutely love it. The trailers were incredibly effective and scared the crap out of me the first time I saw them. It got tremendous buzz from Sundance and some of the other film festivals, and the early reviews were just raving about it. So even though I'm not a horror fan, I went into this film pretty excited. I was pumped to see this and to really get scared. The movie doesn't go for the traditional, cliché jump scares that so many horror films rely on. There may be one or two of them, but for the most part it avoids jump scares and instead relies on a slow build of tension. All of the cast did really well in their performances, especially the young girl, Shapiro, who, let's face it, just looks creepy as F. She does a great job, despite not really having a whole lot of dialogue in the film. She was definitely a standout and gave a great performance in her first role. But I need to talk about Toni Collette. Toni Collette turns in a wonderful performance as Annie, the mother of this family, and honestly, I do believe that she should be, at least at this point in the year, in talks for a nomination for Best Actress. She's forced to emote so much, and shows such a wide range of emotion in virtually every scene that she's in. I thought she did a magnificent job, and her performance was one of my favorite parts of the movie. Probably the best female lead performance that I've seen so far this year. The direction by Ari Aster was really good, especially considering that this is his first feature film. He's done a couple short films before, but this is his first feature-length film. I thought it was really well done. It was a gorgeously shot film, and the cinematography was fantastic. Toni Collette's character, Annie, builds these incredibly detailed miniatures and houses, and there are times when the camera will almost make it look like the scene is taking place inside one of those miniatures. That was pretty inventive, and I liked that quite a bit. There is a sense of uneasiness through the film. It's very atmospheric and unsettling. There are several brutally graphic elements that left most of my audience squeamish. Some of the imagery in this movie is not for the faint of heart. Some things are incredibly disturbing to the point where I do think that maybe a small percentage of moviegoers will be completely turned off and disgusted by it. It is seriously messed up. And there are some images that will be forever seared into my brain and will never be forgotten. Unfortunately, the overall horror element, to me, left me really disappointed. I went into the film expecting to have the ever-loving bats not scared out of me, because that first teaser legitimately scared me and chilled me to my very core the first time that I saw it on the big screen. Unfortunately, the movie itself doesn't really capture that, at least for me. There were some in my audience that it did work for, and that's awesome. And that just shows, yet again, that all film is subjective. Each movie experience and each movie will touch us all in different ways. I was much more captivated by the story, by the family drama, and by the tragedy that they are all dealing with. But I kept waiting for the scares, which again, for me, never really came, especially in the large doses that I thought I was going to get based on that trailer. The movie did hold my attention, in large part thanks to that story and Toni Collette's performance, and there were several unexpected twists and turns, especially one at the end of the first act that I did not see coming at all. I even let out an audible gasp that my coworkers made fun of me after the film. Totally shocking and surprising. Like, wait, it's just the end of the first act. This movie is over 2 hours long. Wait, what just happened? How are they going to... Oh. It was a fine movie. I guess I did enjoy it overall. I was just disappointed when it came to the lack of scares that it gave me. I'm going to give Hereditary a 3 out of 5. Again, I'm not really a horror fan, and I went into this movie expecting to be scared senseless. And, in hindsight, maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have avoided all the hype from the film festivals and the early reviews and everything, and just gone in blind. So on the horror side of things, I was disappointed. As a character study, as a family drama though, it was a fairly solid film, and I found myself being more engaged with that aspect. If you're planning on seeing the movie, I suggest that you go in as blindly as possible. There is a major spoiler that happens at the end of the first act, and that spoiler really helps to propel the rest of the film forward. I think it would be a shame if that surprise was ruined for you ahead of time. So definitely avoid spoilers if you are interested in seeing this. So those are my thoughts on Hereditary. Have you had a chance to check it out yet? If so, what did you think? Did it succeed in scaring you? Or were you a bit like me and left the theater a bit underwhelmed? Whatever you think, leave me a comment down below and let's talk movies. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Jeffito's Movie Vlog. You can watch more by clicking right over here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, do so right now by clicking that round icon with my picture on it. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and then share it with other movie fans in your life. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, I will see you at the movies. Bye-bye.